Hey, hello. Welcome to another Comedy Spot Live. My name is Brian. It's nice to have you back. It's Thursday. Yay! We have a great show tonight. We have the top 10 list show. This is going to be fantastic. Before we do all that, I just want to remind everybody to like, follow, subscribe, all the things. Also, you can go to satcomedyspot.com/live and see all of our upcoming shows. We're going to be adding some new shows tomorrow. Jabberwocky, that's what I was just going to say, is make sure that you stick around because we ask you to judge during the show. We also want your comments. Jabberwocky's over on YouTube, and he just said, whoa, new background. Yeah, I'm cleaning the green room, and it's really dusty, so I had to move out here. So that's where we're at. Let's just get started because we're a little bit behind today because I keep making everything really difficult for all of our guests. So let's jump into the show. First of all, I want to bring on my co-host. Look, it's Sarah. Hi.
It's freaking Thursday.
Are you making fun of me? That's what I did last week. And ever since then, it's a bit
because you're
now.
like, it's Thursday. It's like, it certainly is.
I just get excited for our show. That's all it is. So.
I know. It's really exciting. I'm super excited for these two fine folks. Bring them in.
Yeah, let's bring them in. Our two guests tonight. Welcome. It's Michelle Petro and Drew Absher. Nice to have you guys on the show.
Hey, everybody.
What's really funny is I never changed the name tags from last week. So Drew, you are now Alex, and Michelle, you are now Sam.
Oh, sweet.
Oh,
that's actually perfect. Those are two kind of gender neutral names. You could just leave those up forever.
It's true.
You don't ever have to change those.
Yeah. If I didn't say your real names, I would actually be doing really well right now. So I appreciate you guys being on the show. Thanks for doing this.
Yeah, thanks for having us.
Yeah. This is going to be a top 10 list of best childhood insults. Or childish insults. I'm really excited for this. When you guys pitched this, I was like, yeah, this is going to be a good show. I was in the car with my kids, and I was asking them what would be on the list today. So,
What'd they say?
Mackenzie. He's here tonight. I'm on Mackenzie.
It's probably like, okay, boomer or something like that.
Yeah, they had one I had never heard of before, and then I felt super old, right? Like then you're like, oh God, here we go.
We will be dating ourselves tonight.
I know.
So
I
everybody's
know.
aware.
What's one of the insults we came up with in the car? Okay, all right. She said she doesn't remember.
Shy.
Yeah, she's.
Yeah.
Oh, she said none of them were appropriate.
The old can't know.
All right, well, let's get into this shit. Here's how the show works. If you haven't seen it before, everyone at home, we have two guests. They're competing to get as many of their picks on a final top 10 list. We're going to start at number 10, go all the way down to number 1. At number 10, you will both pitch your ideas, and then I judge first. So I'll pick one of those two ideas to be on the list, and then Sarah judges next, and then the audience gets to judge. And then we just keep on going in that order all the way down to number 1. Person with the best score wins. Also, you get one switch. So, like Drew, if Michelle wins a round and you really wanted to win that round, you can call out switch and you take her one away from her. So,
okay.
Yeah.
That's in the spirit of tonight's categories, there's no takesies backsies, right?
No takesies backsies.
Okay.
There is tonight.
Just
One
making
takesies
sure.
backsies. You get.
Okay, there is so. But Michelle can't takesy backsies after my switch, right?
No, actually.
Okay.
I couldn't switch back the same number, but I could switch another number.
You actually
Gotcha.
can takesies backsies the same number. Yeah. So it could go.
Oh, wow. So there is takesy backsies.
Takesies
Okay.
backsies.
Just as long as we're
All
clear.
right.
Yeah.
Yeah. We gotta establish some law. That's
Some-
what society's based on takesies backsies.
Yeah,
And
right.
That's what we're all finding out during this quarantine.
We're going back to kid law, which I think makes more sense than most adult laws. So,
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's Lord of the Flies style.
Yeah, you're right. I just want to read some of the comments really quick, and then we'll have you pitch your first round. Alicia says, "Oh yeah, well your mom is one of them." My friend in high school used to go like, "Your mom raw," like that was his insult all the time.
Your mom raw?
Yeah, he would go, "Your mom raw."
Ew. What does that mean?
I don't-
Raw?
I don't know, dude. I mean,
That's like the same thing as like cha.
yeah, it was
Just
really-
different.
Raw.
But he used to say it like
Yeah.
all the time. So
It's pretty funny.
let's see. I'm rubber and you are glue. As somebody just backed up, just put on the comments. And then Leisha says she wants a I want a Takesies Backsies shirt. So,
That's pretty funny.
Yeah. Everybody wanted,
Switcheroonie and takesy backsies.
yeah, everybody wanted a switch a Rooney shirt. And now it's just going to be Takesies Backsies. So, all right.
We're evolving. It's good.
Drew, since you have never been on the show before, you get to go first tonight. So, what is your pick for number 10?
Mine pick for number 10 is the classic, and I actually just when I went to share the stream, I saw that someone already commented it, but Butthead.
Butthead, yeah.
You know,
Yeah. No.
it's got some cultural relevance with Beavis and Butthead, but it's just, you know, it's the bar none, just it's the bread and butter of the childhood insults.
Right.
For sure.
Yeah. Like everybody has used Butthead at least one time. In
Oh
the
yeah.
past.
I think I used
It's-
butthead today.
I was just gonna say it's a great one because I have friends with kids, and like it's a great one just as like the uncle who shows up every month, just be like, well, you're a butthead, and then like they're like, there's
They're,
no
like,
repercussions.
Right,
Yeah,
and you
yeah,
don't
there's no
feel bad or have to
repercussions.
apologize to the parents or anything like that.
Sure.
So,
Yeah.
okay, perfect. Yeah, Jess on here, she says classic. Yeah, Butthead is a
Yeah.
classic. Michelle, what are you going to put against Butthead?
Sweet. Yeah, well, I think I've got another classic one on my hands here. I'm going to round it out
Uh-huh.
with my number 10 with the all-encompassing in your face.
In your face.
Your face. Yeah.
That's a good
Mhm.
one. Yeah, I think it's
really
equally.
Can you?
Oh,
used
I'm
on
sorry,
all
I cut you off. Go ahead.
Oh no, you can use across all platforms
Yes.
of insults.
Yeah, no, it works great.
Mm-hmm.
Somebody said bread and butterhead. Is that a thing?
Oh no, because I said it's the bread and butter,
Bread
so
and
they were
butter.
probably going. They were probably connecting butter to butthead.
Butterhead.
Good wordplay.
She's hot, Butterhead.
It's like Butterface, but more
Yeah.
to the next
That's
level.
on the whole head.
What's
What's
really nice
inside?
is the entire comments tonight are just old things you used to say. Like someone's like noise, and then like burn.
Yeah, we should have opened with Waza.
Yeah, it's old school
Exactly.
top 10 night for sure.
Yeah.
All right, you know what? I have to go with. I judge this round, so I have to go with Butthead for sure. That's just too much of a classic to pass up. So, Drew, you get a point for that round.
Sweet, feels good.
Feels good. Feels good. Michelle, you get to go first at number 9. Sarah is going to judge this round. By the way, Laurie's on here. Usually she comments about how beautiful I am, but she said, Sarah, you are so pretty.
I
So-
know, and then she's making me like self-conscious. I've like changed my hair like 7 times.
No.
Since I'm like, she's looking at me. She's looking at me. God.
You're great. You're fine.
That's
gonna be
that threw
crazy.
me for a loop for a second because Brian, you said someone said, Sarah, you're so pretty, and Sarah, your first words were I know, and I was like, oh wow. I was like, I've completely misread Sarah's personality.
So I saw it, and I was like, oh my God, they're looking at me.
Yeah, Sarah's like, I know I'm super hot.
Yeah, I know.
What? I know.
Okay, Michelle, what's your number 9 pick?
Well, my number 9 pick, I think, encompasses a really good insult because it involves accusing someone of kissing.
Okay.
And I don't know about you, but in elementary school, you did not want to be known to kiss anyone,
No.
especially cooties. So
Cooties.
cootie kisser is my number 9,
Oh.
being a cootie kisser.
Kisser. Mm.
Yeah. I
Yeah.
did actually try to brainstorm a variant of that where I was just like, it was so insulting when, even if you did have a crush on the person, if someone just accused you of having a crush on someone, that was
Oh,
like,
yeah.
yeah, you'd call
That's
out.
terrible.
Yeah, so that's my take on you actually have emotional feelings for a person, kind of.
Emotional feelings. It's funny that even back when we were like younger, we were scared of being what do they call it, codependent.
Or vulnerable.
No, I
yeah.
don't need anyone. No, I don't.
All right, perfect. So Cootie Kisser at number 9 for Michelle. Drew, what are you going to put against Cootie Kisser?
Yeah, I think this one is actually like, in terms of like just the dig it had of cooties. Number 9's teacher's pet.
Teachers.
You call someone
Ooh.
a teacher's pet. That's fighting words in most schools. I mean, it's a bad fight because the kid probably is a kiss ass, and so they don't know how to fight well. But
they're gonna tell right away anyway.
oh yeah,
True.
yeah,
True.
exactly.
I was always a kiss ass in school.
Were you?
Yeah, I was that guy for sure.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
I was kind of a variation of a kiss ass because I figured out very young that if you made the teacher laugh, then you could never really get in trouble.
Right.
So
True.
I would kind of like hang out with the teacher, like almost a right hand man type, and just kind of like then I could get away with anything in class because what are you gonna do? Get me in trouble? Come on, I'm your best friend in here.
Yeah. I'm your
It's like
buddy.
prison. It was like prison.
You
You
totally
linked
were
up.
just, like,
Yeah.
emotionally manipulating your teacher. It's
Yeah,
great.
instead of
Right.
beating up instead of beating up the biggest guy in prison, you just make friends with the teacher and then you're fine.
Make
Right,
yourself
right.
indispensable.
No.
Yeah,
That's
I was
true.
the guy who could get you anything.
Yeah.
Yeah, totally.
Okay, Sarah, you have a big choice here, and then I'll read some of the comments that are coming up. You have to choose between Cootie Kisser and Teacher's Pet.
Oh boy. I feel like I'm still the teacher's pet in some ways, so that one hits real hard. So I think I'm gonna go with teacher's pet.
Teacher's Pet, all right. So, Drew, you pick up a second point for Teacher's Pet. By the way, it used to be like if the person got the first couple points, I was worried that somebody wasn't, you weren't going to be able to make up. No, it doesn't happen like that anymore. We've had like 7 tie games in a row now, so I think we'll be fine.
Also, Drew, are you gonna change your background every round?
This is me and President Barack Obama. I think it's a beautiful sign of unity in our country right now.
Yeah.
I do actually. Now that you bring it up, Sarah, I will change it one more time. Here is a picture of me.
Oh, fantastic.
This is the day before the lockdown took place.
Oh,
Damn. You look so different. You've aged a bit.
Hair and tear on my eyes.
Let's see what's going on here. Oh, Ariel says nerd. And then Mike used the classic blank and blank, sitting in a tree, KISS. That hurt when I was in like elementary school for sure.
Yeah.
Oh, talk to the hand. Talk to the hand, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, let's see. Circle, circle, dot, dot. Now you got a cootie shot.
Oh, yeah.
You had to save them that way.
Let's see. Let's see. I think that's about it. Oh, yeah. Ariel said, yeah, it's exactly like prison. That's funny.
Yeah, pretty much identical. It's hard to tell the difference.
Yeah. Teacher, prison, perfect. Yeah, that's it.
Exactly.
Hallie told me to do my Barack Obama impression because I was on. Did you see that show? I did impressions, the first impressions show.
No, I didn't get to see it.
They had me do Barack Obama, and it was terrible. It was terrible.
Man.
Yeah, it was terrible.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Real quick, shout out my podcast partner Parker Newman has the best Barack Obama impression in town.
Does he really?
The weirdest thing, yeah, it's the weirdest talent I've ever seen anyone have. It's spot on Barack Obama impression.
Oh,
It's
plug
hilarious.
your podcast right now too, while you're thinking about it.
Oh, me and Parker Newman do a podcast called Fill My Heart. It's a show where we watch episodes of Dr. Phil and make fun of them. So it's a lot of fun. So go check that out.
It's pretty great.
Phil My Heart. Yeah. Thanks.
Yeah, for sure. All right. Let's see. Do you want to pick somebody, Sarah, or do you want me to pick somebody tonight?
I actually do have a laptop here in my lap.
Nice.
So I will pick. Well, hey, who was it that said I was pretty? I want to pick that person.
Oh, it was Laura. It's Laura. I don't know
Lori.
how to pronounce it.
Lori Soma Dzanklowski or something. Yes, Lori, you are going to judge this round. Thank you so much.
Okay, so Drew, we're back to you. What are you going to put at number 8?
This one, I had a toss-up between 7 and 8. I decided to go another one that is right in the cultural zeitgeist, an L7 weenie.
L7,
made famous by The Sandlot, and it still hurts.
It slaps.
It's still classic though. It's still classic.
Yeah. Right.
That's another butthead, you know, like it's
Exactly.
it's timeless.
It is.
Exactly. Yeah.
All right, that's a good one. So, Laura, you're gonna be picking between that and Michelle. What are you gonna put at number 8?
Well, I think that this is a classic. As you're walking past somebody, a group of kids at a table, and you just hear them, loser, 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 and the coughing and the insult, coughing and the slur. That's what I'm putting number 8.
I love that.
All right, so L7. That's funny that both of you had a loser reference at number 8. So L7 against cough loser, loser. Perfect. So Laurie, those are your choices. You have to pick between one of those two. Let's see.
L7 weenie, loser.
All right. Yeah. Everyone.
Might see that again.
Everyone is reliving their entire childhood right now because Sarah was like, you know, you do the W and you're like whatever. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, exactly. And then just the L on your forehead. Did I do that right? Yeah.
Smash Mouth.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think they even quoted that lyric. So. Yeah.
Shape of an L on her forehead.
Well.
Oh, Lori voted.
Oh, she says.
She says, want to say it on 3?
You do it.
Loser gets it. That was a go-to.
All right, so.
Yeah.
All right.
Cough loser. So, Michelle, you pick up a point for that. So we're at 2 points for Drew, 1 point for Michelle. But, Michelle, you're up this round. So what are you going to put at number 7?
Oh, this one is one of those 180 insults right at the end. So I don't know if anyone else has ever done this on the skim handball courts, but if you ever, see someone walking up to you and you're like, "You look pretty, ugly."
Oh,
Using
you think it's
using pretty as an adjective. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I think that most improvisers do this at one point, like in the green room. Like, doesn't it seem like this is the kind of stuff that improvisers do as like dumb jokes when they enter the green room? I don't know.
Yeah.
I mean, any chance we get.
Yeah, we'll just go and go with this. Yeah, for
sure. I don't think anybody means it. I think it's just I think it's just like, hey, you look pretty, ugly. I don't know.
Got him.
Got him, yeah.
Yes.
All right, so pretty ugly at number 7. I'm judging this round, by the way. And Drew, what are you going to put at number 7?
You know what? I just called an audible because I thought of one. I'll tell what I had at 7 originally, but I'm going to go after a disagreement with somebody. This is post everything. It seems like the dust has settled a little bit. You go for a friendly handshake and then you just get it right to the hair slick.
Not even a verbal insult. It's just
nope. Yep. It's Charlie Chaplin level, because what it does is it just makes the person feel so stupid in that moment that they took the bait.
Yeah.
It's a great one.
Like the too slow.
Oh yeah.
Down low, too slow.
Yeah. All right. So we have, you look pretty ugly. And then the handshake or the high five and then the in your hair.
The hair slick back, yeah.
Other people are talk to the hand got mentioned. Oh, and then she's like, because the face aren't listening. Oh, psych. Psych used to be.
Psych.
Yeah, I used to. Psych was like my pocket word. I used to say that like. I think I still say that, to be honest with you.
This is cool because we have some regionalism here in the comments, because Donna says we had cutters, so they would go cutters. They'd call people cutters, as in your family is a bunch of loggers, because she's an Appalachian. Like in Appalachia.
Wow.
Interesting.
Real regional. Yeah.
That's some deep shit. That's jacked up.
Yeah, that's some deep-rooted classism. To just take it again. That's the equivalent of just calling someone poor. That's not even funny. That's just really deep. That just shows how deep capitalism is in our society.
I think that kid went home for sure crying that day if they got called a cutter.
Yeah. And then he became Elon Musk. No, where's he from?
He's
Is he
another
British
South
or?
Africa.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, so pretty ugly or a handshake into the hair. I'm gonna go with pretty ugly. So Michelle, you pick up the point for that. We're at 2-2. Both of you have your switches left. So, Sarah, you're judging this round. Do you want to pick? Do you want to pick somebody now for the next? Oh yeah, Michelle, what's up?
Question for the switcheroonies. Can I choose to switch something like a number that's already happened, or do I have to pick like in the moment? Like I'm gonna switch this one because I lost it just now.
It's got to be in that. It's got to be in that
round.
In that round, yeah.
Son of a gun. All right.
Son of a gun.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, good, because I've got some faves coming up.
Good.
Jabberwocky
Okay.
said mayonnaise twerker. Is that an insult? You mayonnaise?
This guy loves mayonnaise. He eats mayonnaise and cheese sandwiches.
That's all he talks about. Or is it a guy? We still don't
Or
know.
yeah. This
They.
male loving ass.
Yeah.
Jabberwocky. Oh, can we have Jabberwocky vote?
Oh, sure. Let's do that. So
Okay.
not this round, but next round. We'll have
Yes,
Jabberwocky
okay.
vote. Okay, number 6.
Number
Drew,
5.
you're up. What are you going to put at number 6?
All right, I'm settled in on it. I'm going doo-doo brain.
Doo-doo brain?
Yeah, doo-doo brain. I think that
So funny.
just for anyone at home who's trying to think of one, it's just any like human excrement plus body part will do
Yes.
the trick. That's the
Yes.
formula.
That is
You know how they
like,
go like,
one insult. Like you're not allowed to say bad words, so
Nope.
I'm gonna say poopy something and a body part, and brain is
Yeah.
usually it. Yeah.
yeah, that's it.
Put
It's
your
like, you know
mouth.
how they say like your quarantine name is like your mother's maiden name in the street you grew up on. It's just like something that comes out of your body and a part of the body.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you big doo-doo dick.
Textbook.
Wait,
Cute
that
face.
sounds gross.
Big tampon nose.
Yeah, there you go. Tampon nose.
Jabberwocky says
Discharge toe.
Jabberwocky says poopy pee pee.
Good. This guy's on our
He's
level. This guy or girl's on our level.
Yeah.
Awesome.
I still
Love it.
think this might be my friend Jeff because he says poo poo pee pee all the time. So
See, this is where we're
This
gonna
is
figure
like
it out.
Yeah.
Our version of the Masked Singer, except for it's just like live stream commenter.
Yeah,
And he
exactly.
does it.
It is.
Yeah.
Oh,
all right, what are you putting at number 6, Michelle?
Like the classic insult says what? So you could really add anything. Like loser says what?
Yeah.
Oh,
Dweeb
that's
says what?
good.
Nerd says what?
So just the classic says what?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Insult says what?
Yeah.
You can really put any insult in there.
It's almost two insults because you're insulting them, but then you're saying that it's them that's insulting themselves.
Yeah. Yeah. Like even
Yeah,
you.
right.
Mhm.
Yeah.
It's layered. It's layered is what I'm trying to say.
Yeah.
This is a hard one. This is all you,
Me.
Sarah.
Okay.
Yeah, so doo-doo
so
brain or loser says what?
Doo-doo brain or doo-doo brain says what? Okay, cool. This is cool role play. I really like how clever the insult says what thing is. I love that. That's a good
Oh,
I'm gonna do that one.
It really gets people
It
pretty
does.
pissed
It's
too when you
fail-proof.
get them.
Oh
yeah.
yeah.
All right, so you're going with insult says what?
Yeah.
Okay.
Tampa no
So
says
you're an
what?
insult.
Say that again. That's right.
You're intimidating me, Sarah.
What? You want to say that to my face, Brian?
No, I'm feeling like I'm being bullied again. This is junior high all over.
I may have been the bully. No, I wasn't. Oh my gosh. Okay, in 5th grade, all the boys, I don't know why, I'm not sure how they learned this, but my nickname became Herpes. They call me Herpes for no reason. And I was a teacher's pet, so my teacher was like, boys, you need to shut up. That's not nice.
Yeah, herpes is
Isn't
terrible.
that weird?
That
Yeah.
I
lasts
think they saw it on South Park or something, and they are like, let's start calling Sarah that. And it was just like, it sucked.
She's
That's the most
best
classic
girl.
thing is just calling somebody something you have no idea.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, you don't
It's like,
understand
I
the
don't even
implications
really know.
whatsoever.
Yeah, I'm like,
Mhm.
I'm not sure what this is, but it sounds bad. Doesn't sound
Right.
fun.
And then the danger is that you go home and ask your mom, what's herpes? And then that leads to a whole
And then she's like,
parent-teacher conference.
mhm.
Yeah,
Yep,
Yeah.
exactly.
There are
tales old as time.
there are so many comments going on here. I gotta catch up.
Oh no.
Nice.
Everyone's like, you're scarred. Go to therapy, Sarah.
Yeah. Somebody said they've never heard of poop brain. They just heard of poopy head. Sweat.
Same concept.
Yeah, same concept.
Yeah.
Butt head, all
Sweat
that.
face, is that a thing? Sweat face. Yeah. Let's see.
Swamp ass. Oh, that would have been a good.
Swamp ass,
That's an
good.
honorable mention for me.
Mhm.
Swamp ass.
Swamp ass.
Yeah, it's getting bad in the comments. People are just like they're like smegma and fupa. And
Remember what smegma was until I was an adult.
Same.
Yeah.
During, Cards Against Humanity is where I learned that word.
Oh, man.
Family Cards Against Humanity. It was all.
All
yes,
family.
smegma's an old one. It's a classic.
Oh.
Laurie says Richard Cranium. I see what you're doing.
Dickhead.
Yeah.
Lord.
Wow.
Highbrow.
Highbrow, super
Yes,
highbrow.
totally.
Let's see, we're at number 5. So Jabberwocky, you get to pick number 5. This is your big moment. So number 5, and then Michelle, you're first this round. What are you gonna pitch for number 5?
Well, speaking of insults, this is a personal one for me. I actually created this insult. This is a word that I created to get out of getting in trouble for insulting people at school with my friends. We weren't mean girls or anything, trust us.
Right.
But so we created, instead of the classic butthead insult, we decided to turn that word into the word Gudabada. So anytime I said you're a Gudabada, and they were like, what are you saying? I knew what I was saying. They didn't. So 1, I confused the shit out of them, and 2, I got away with calling them a butthead. Shout out to Carly Rice and Carly Barr and Kat Lawson, because some of those girls don't have that same last name.
Shout out to him.
RBLDR. What are you?
Yeah, the LBRDO.
Your girl group.
Girl
Tell
group.
us what it means.
Well, Rio del Oro was the name of my childhood street, and it was like the entrance to a big neighborhood.
Yeah.
And so everybody would reference that as like the RDO neighborhood because of it. It was like the main street. And then my friends and I added the like little B words of RDO and like walked home. It was like the name we called ourselves, and we all walked home together and stopped at 7-Eleven.
LBRDO.
Oh, you guys are cool.
Yeah, we were real cool.
We're called the Campfire Girls. I don't know
Oh.
what we are.
Yeah, the girls that used to hang out in my high school, they used to call themselves the Brody Girls. The Brody Girls. I don't know.
Every girl gang has their own name.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's weird. Cause yeah, dudes never had we're the oops dudes. Like there was.
Because you're the patriarchy. That's what.
Oh.
That's why.
Yeah.
You don't have to create factions.
All right.
Cope.
Ghost of Frost says, "Take a shave, hippie," as an insult.
Take a shave. What?
Take a shave, hippie.
Square. What is square?
That sounds like a great Simpsons joke that I don't get.
Yeah.
Let's see. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Now that somebody said, yeah, using Pig Latin to totally insult somebody. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I remember I was at some sort of camp and all the girls were using Pig Latin to talk shit about everybody. So it's cool.
Michelle, what was the word again?
Gudabada.
Gudabada.
So not Pig Latin, and it was just literally vowels and consonants we put together. That just
sounds like
fun.
an Italian-American delicacy.
Yeah.
Like Tony Soprano would order that for sure.
Yeah, give me a Gouda Butter. Leave the gun.
Yeah.
Gouda Butter, mozzarella.
Hey, good about it. Right out of the oven.
It's got the
Super
best
hot.
Gouda Butter in town.
Drew, what are you going to put at number 5 against Gouda Butter?
Man, I'm calling another audible. This one, I think that it's kind of akin to the fake handshake to hair slick back. I'm going the classic, you have something on your shirt, and then when they look down, you zip their nose. Yeah, that one hurts. Especially if I don't know if any of you have gotten caught with that past like the age of like 9. Oh, you just feel like a complete moron.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
I feel like our president does that to his like advisors all the time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can't you picture that?
And it's like, did you wash your hands today?
Really, Donald?
Probably
really?
not. Here's a fun one that I used to do in high school. It's classic. It's ageless. In my science class they had a yardstick, and so I would just like pick that up and then I would tap people from like 5 feet away on the shoulder, and then but they would be so confused because like the person sitting behind them would just be like some non-assuming high school student who was just trying to get on with their day, and I was just like being a dickhead.
Chumming it up with the teacher, wreaking havoc.
Exactly,
you're
exactly. Not doing
Golden
any part
boy.
of a group project.
Yeah. Let's see. Sarah says, "Oh, does that mean that bra snapping is making the list? Because that was the worst. Yeah, that was pretty bad. I never did anything like that in high school. That wasn't that was not a thing for me.
Good.
So
Good for you.
Nobody even thought to bra snap me.
No. My stepsisters used to bra snap me all the time.
really? But see, a girl bra snapping another girl's that's a thing.
Yeah.
But,
Yeah.
I was too afraid to get that close to a girl.
Yeah.
Like that's arm's reach, and that's way too close. I'd rather play basketball.
Yeah, exactly. Let's see. Did Jabberwocky vote yet?
Has for
Okay, this is good. So first of all, Jabberwocky says, "Oh my God, the Comedy Spot has 420 subs. Yeah, we're moving up 420.
What does that mean?
We have 420 subscriptions on.
Oh, very nice.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's rad. Blaze it.
on the 21st of May, which is, there's no connection. But
Yeah.
Just
we were
month
close.
too late. Yeah.
It's 5/21. So Jabberwocky voted for Gouda Butter for the win.
Yeah,
So
great.
Michelle picks up a point for her made-up insult. Drew, you still have your switch if you want to use it.
What's the score right now?
It is 3-2 in Michelle's favor. So there's still a lot of time. We still have half the list left.
Yeah. No, yeah, I'm feeling pretty confident about some of my upcoming ones. So
All right. That's what they always say. Let's see. We're at number 4. Drew, you get to go first on this round.
All right, I'm gonna go with just the knockout punch. This is an after summer dig. Like first week back, you call someone a poser.
A poser.
You know, they got a bunch of back to school clothes, and they're going for a new look. You know what I mean? And you hit them with that poser, and that just shatters the confidence.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're back to wearing Kohl's gear in no time.
Yeah.
Gosh.
I
have
would
goosebumps.
have just got my new acid wash jeans, and then someone's like poser, and then you're destroyed.
Yeah.
Loser.
Dunzo.
Yeah.
I'm still scared of that. Like, that's why I don't wear any baseball caps with like team names on them, because I'm like, I don't want anyone to talk to me about sports. They're gonna tell me I'm a poser. I don't need that.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah. All right. That
Totally not where my imposter syndrome started at all.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Not at all.
All right. So poser classic. Yeah. Ariel said you phony. Yeah, I heard that one before too.
Yeah.
Michelle, what are you gonna put against poser?
I love a good insult, and this is definitely you've heard this before on this very show, but I couldn't help myself. Great minds think alike too, Drew, but I love an insult where you have your hands involved. So the L7 weenie was a big one for me.
L7 weenie.
L7 weenie, yeah.
L7 weenie.
But that already won at number 9.
It's okay.
Right.
It doesn't matter. So this is mine. Yeah, I'm voting for this, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's totally okay. You'll see. We make up rules as we go along, but it'll be fine. It'll be fine.
For sure.
So I just have to pick either Poser or L7 weenie.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, before we do that, somebody said, Sarah said Poser cuts so deep. Yeah, that was not good.
Yeah.
Poser was the worst in middle school. I totally agree. Is it Abens? This is a big one. Hold on. Oh my gosh, it's covering up Sarah's entire face. It's such a big comment. They said, this has to be the weirdest live show I've watched on Facebook Live, but surprisingly funny.
Surprisingly funny. Surprising.
That's what I describe my brand as.
Surprisingly funny.
Surprisingly funny, yeah.
Surprisingly funny.
Yeah. There was some other stuff on there too. We won't get into it, but yeah, that was
We could. That'll be a different podcast.
Yeah. Square. Ariel says square is a thing. What did Pug say on here? Your teeth reminds me of the stars. So shiny and beautiful, so far apart. That was a classic when I was in school. I've never heard of that before.
Wow.
Yeah, no. See, to me that does nothing because it seems too pre-written. You know what I mean? You guys are all improvers. It's funnier in the moment, especially like a mean roast. Like the one that never got me is when someone would say like, "Oh, last time I heard that one, I fell off my dinosaur." It's like it feels too scripted, man.
Yeah.
WWE, doesn't do anything.
It's gotta. Yeah, Jack Brown was like, read it all, Brian. Yeah. I get it. I should have scrolled more. Okay, Poser or L7 weenie? I got to go with Poser because I think that's one of the worst digs that you can ever get when you're a kid. So there you go. Yeah, everybody's giving me shit. They're like, read the transcript, Brian.
Oh my God.
I read it.
Yeah. I didn't read all the way down. It was big.
And basically, he's like, y'all are white. You're way too white.
Yeah. Okay, number 3. This is Sarah's round. Number 3. You're judging this. Michelle, you're pitching first.
Okay. This is. No setup needed. So, takes one to know one. That's what I have.
Takes one
number 3
to know one. Yeah, I think this is for the kid that didn't have a good comeback. So that was like Michelle's like, whoa.
Then maybe it's the kid that's like, not wanting to totally hurt people's feelings.
Right.
'Cause they're hurt. Maybe. I don't know from experience.
You're like, none of this is bringing up feelings I had as a kid. So.
I just seen Poser in front of me.
All right, so it takes one to know one. That's at number 3. That's Michelle's pick. What are you gonna put at number 3, Drew?
I'm feeling pretty confident about this one. This is another one that just is a classic. This one is in the context of being the last person to arrive somewhere. You're a rotten egg.
You're a rotten egg. All right.
Last one. There's a rotten egg.
Yeah.
And if you were the last one there, I mean, I've never ran that fast ever. when someone said that.
You're running, dude.
Yeah.
I would always lose, so I just gave up after a while. I was like, I guess so.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's the kid who's like, there's nothing wrong with rotten eggs. And you're like,
I leaned in. I mean, I knew I stunk, so I'm not going to rush.
Yeah.
The great thing about the rotten egg insult is that it only counted the last person. So as long as you weren't dead last, you could survive the insult.
I did the long arm to never be last. Make sure at least one person was behind me.
Yeah.
Yeah. If you were really mean, you'd catch the heel of someone while they were running, so they take a tumble, and then that guarantees not the rotten egg.
Yeah.
That's true.
They said, "What about I know you are, but what am I?" Yeah, that's kind of takes one to know one, you know. So
Yeah,
that's
yeah,
good.
yeah. I'm rubber, you're glue.
Yeah, yep. It's like the reversal of an insult. You know, it's like what do they call the cards when you play Uno? Is it a reverse card?
Yeah, it's a reverse
That's what
card.
that is.
Yeah.
Jess says that she's not triggered at all, and then she says, "Chugs a drink."
It was a sip.
All right. Let's see. So number 3. This is yours, right? Or number 2, Sarah. This is yours.
Number 3.
Oh.
This is number 3.
Oh, number 3.
Okay.
My
So
bad.
maybe number. Yeah, I'll do number 3. Audience does number 2.
Got
so
it.
someone from the audience. Let's see. I'm gonna pick someone right now. How about Sarah? Dr. Sarah. I want Dr. Sarah to be a judge for second round, but I would vote for this one.
Yeah.
Okay, so takes one to know one, or the last one there's a rotten egg.
Okay, I forget we already went over this. I think it's harder for me to be the last one running, so I'm gonna do the rotten egg one.
Okay, all right.
Fair.
Rotten egg. So let's see. Drew picks up the point for this. It seems like I got messed up on my score someplace. 1, 2, 3, 4.
I mean, I've been keeping score.
Yeah. What's the score so far?
And I'm not like trying to win.
Teacher's pet. Teacher's pet.
We are tied. We're all tied up 4-4.
Ooh, 4-4. So, does anybody want to use their switch on this round? Do you want to use your switch on this, Michelle?
No, because I have essentially a very similar insult coming up.
Okay.
Just you wait.
All right. So it's 4-4. We're at number 2. Drew, you get to pitch yours first, and Sarah is going to be judging this round. So what's your number 2, Drew?
All right. In terms of childhood insults, there's no bigger childhood insult than getting picked last in PE. It's nonverbal and it's unspoken. No one really makes fun of you for getting picked last. It's just a fact of life.
Yeah.
And that was just the worst.
So
getting picked last in PE. Yeah, picked last in dodgeball, basketball, soccer, whatever it was.
Yeah.
Stung.
Yeah.
Disappointment, just unspoken.
You definitely did not need to be called anything to feel like shit after being picked last.
Yeah. You understood the implications of what just happened. It was really everyone was doing the math in their head to see whose team you'd end up on.
Yeah.
That's really what it boiled down to.
Yeah.
It was rough.
So true.
This is starting to be really sad. Yeah.
Yeah, it's starting to get real.
I was never picked last, so I don't know, but I can empathize. I can empathize with you guys.
Yeah, Ariel said the same thing. She says, "I can't relate." Yeah, and Roberta's like, "That's the worst." Oh yeah, that's the worst. Yeah, that's the worst thing ever. Kid feels like shit. Yeah, we totally get it.
That's funny. I'm looking at the comments. Christina said, "Drew, it sounds like you went through some stuff during your middle school years, buddy, or your school years, buddy." Yeah, but it was my own doing. I didn't care about stuff.
Oh yeah, Tyler says you're giving my therapist some overtime this week.
Seriously, that's how I feel.
Okay, Michelle, Michelle, it goes to you, number 2.
Yeah.
What are you gonna put at number 2?
This is something that you never want being brought up in any conversation, and it's your mom.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Your mom smells, or your mom eats out of the dumpster, or your mom has a crush on me.
Oh, your mom got a crush on me.
All those. Don't talk about my mama.
Yeah.
I like your mom. She's very nice.
She's a
lovely.
sweet lady.
Yeah.
Smart.
Your
she
mom
makes great bread.
Your mom is so hurtful sometimes.
Yeah.
And you have to defend it.
That's true.
And then you're like, now I'm in a situation where I have to defend this. I'm going to get into a fight. So.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Or then you're like, oh, you're a mama's boy then. And it just keeps going
Right.
and going.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's like the word fuck for children because it's so universal. It's like it can be used as like just complete absurdity. It can be used in terms of
Yeah.
like a child is having sex with your mother, which is ever insulting.
So insulting. Yeah.
It can be like Brian said, it can be serious where you feel like you got to fight for your mom's.
Yeah.
It can be complete.
Mhm.
You know, your best friend says it to you when you ask him what he's doing, and he says your mom.
Yeah.
It's like,
Yeah,
it's a
dude.
joke.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're like,
Whole-
Jabberwocky, what are you doing? He's like, I'm dating your mom.
yeah,
I'm currently dating your mom.
Yeah.
yeah.
Sarah has to pick.
Little stab.
Dr. Sarah.
Yeah, so it's being picked last or, or your mom. She just voted. She said, oh, this is hard, but getting picked last was definitely the winner.
Oh man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We kind of still go that sometimes with like improv, you know, like getting picked last on a team or something. You can see when you're invited last to like the chat and you're like, oh shit. And they were talking a bunch before I got here and I don't know.
Gotta catch up. Double check.
Yeah.
Commented anything beforehand. Totally.
The stand-up equivalent of that is the only person on a show who doesn't do well.
Oh no.
And you're just like, you throw your hands up and you go, I don't know what just happened out there. And no one points out that you're the only one who did poorly, but everyone knows when you walk away. Like,
They just don't talk
shit.
about it there. Yeah.
Yeah, and then you got to say something saving, like, well, I was trying new stuff, or like,
yeah, or like I'm
it doesn't matter, dude. You
Yeah.
bombed your dick off. And that
Does
was the
not
end of
matter.
it.
All right, well, you picked up.
Yoink! I'm gonna switch.
Ooh, nice.
Now,
Yoink.
Now, Drew, I have to let you know, you cannot use your switch at the number 1 position. So if you want, you could switch back.
Oh yeah, I got to take these backsies. Then.
Nah.
Yeah.
Takes these back. I want everyone on the chat to identify with either a switcheroony or a takes these backsies because they're two different things.
Yeah. Choose your alliance.
Choose your line. All right, so Michelle, you used your switch to give it to your mom, but then Drew used his switch to bring it back to takesies, backsies, to picked last. So picked last is at the number 2. Sarah said that she felt that switch coming. I think we've had Sarah vote in the past, and like every time her stuff gets reversed. So, this is number 1. Michelle, you're going to pitch yours first. And you know what? Sarah, would you be down for just letting the audience vote for one or the other for number 1?
Right. We've been mind melding too much lately. So
I know. Let's let them go for it.
Cool. The audience is voting.
Okay, so the audience will vote.
Okay.
So Michelle, what's your number 1?
All right. This is one you haven't heard me say before, just in another way. This is a completely. I realized as I was making my list that I'm like, dang, all of these are kind of the same. There's like 3 that really felt that way, but I was like, whatever. So this one though, I put it number 1, and I know y'all have been waiting for this one because on the schoolyard, if ever. You don't want, like, just to shut it down. I know you are, but what am I?
Oh,
I know you are.
yep,
What am
there
I?
it is.
I know you are, but what am I?
There it is.
Yeah.
I'm getting red in the face just thinking about how many times
I know you are.
was
What am
used
I?
on me.
Yeah, it's a reverse card, man. It hurts. You're like, damn it, you got me.
Yeah.
Let's see.
And then I would start like, you're beautiful. I know you are, but what? Try to trick them.
Yeah.
I would just start giving them actual.
Kill them with kindness.
Yeah, Ariel says it's the never-ending loop of insult. You know, like
Yeah.
Mhm.
Oh, I have to share this. I have to share this with you right now because someone from my high school just used an insult on me that they used to call me when I was in high school, and it's Torso Man.
Wow. Were you always a torso man?
Oh yeah, forever.
Yeah.
I'm still Torso Man. Yeah. I should be 6'9", but all of a sudden my body was like, go fuck yourself. And my legs just stopped growing. So like I have a 6'9" torso. My daughter has it too. She's over here laughing her ass off right now. Yeah. So our torsos are hella long, but then we have these itty bitty little legs that run around underneath. So it's all good. And my legs are thick on top of everything else. Like I have thick ass muscular legs.
They got to support that torso.
Yeah. Torso, man.
Yeah, that's what it is.
Okay. You know what, Brian, though? To maybe this will make you feel better is one thing that I realized, like maybe my sophomore or junior year of high school, is like no matter what you do as a kid, like you're going to be insulted for it.
Oh yeah.
Like if your legs were too long, you would have been leg man. Like big head. I was big head.
Yeah.
I had a friend who was like we played baseball in high school, and he was like super scrawny, and so everyone made fun of him for being like super skinny. You know, they call him like $120 wet and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And then like over summer he started doing like steroids and got super buff, and then everyone made fun of him for being too buff. And it's like I felt bad. I was like, he can't win. Like there's no So don't worry about it.
You know what's funny though is like Colin, the guy that just called me out on that, like he's super short, right? So you think like you could use that on him, but you can't, because he was a wrestler in high school and used to thump people all the time. So like if you talk shit, Colin would probably kill you. Plus he was hella cool. As I remember, he also rode a skateboard all the time, which was badass, right? And then
that is cool.
Yeah.
So,
Damn.
He's still winning all this time. I'm leaving the show, guys. I'm gonna go cry in my office.
But we need you to stop the live feed.
We'll be here forever.
All right, Drew, what are you putting at number 1?
Well, you know, I had your mom as number 1, but I'm gonna option out of that just for the sake of having a show here.
So we both don't win. That's fine.
Yeah. The way I look at it is worst case scenario I can do is a tie right now. So I'm going to go with all that in a bag of potato chips.
Oh, all that in a bag of chips. Yeah.
No, all that in a bag of chips. Like that was when you said when someone was too confident, like they were cocky. You go like, oh, they think they're all that in a bag of chips.
Right.
And I don't know. I still to this day don't really know what it means. It's like one of those like old Frontier songs where they just say a bunch of words together that you recognize the words, but you don't know what the fuck they're talking about. That's how I feel about that insult. But it cut deep.
Right. It's like the same adage of like they think they're cooler than sliced bread or
exactly.
Like
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly. It's an old proverb on the schoolyard.
Definitely.
Well, this is up to the audience. They have to vote on "I Know You Are, But What Am I?" or "All That in a Bag of Chips." So you can.
I know, and they're just voting Torso Man.
They're Torso Man. That one's amazing because it just sounds kind of like, oh, ouch. I don't know what. Okay, ugh, I hate it.
It's very.
By the way, Jess says that she said, dang, I still use that phrase, all that in a bag of chips.
Yeah.
Okay, so Pam says, I vote bag of chips. Beck says, I know you are, but what am I? Ariel says Michelle, so that's why I know you are, but what am I? Jabberwocky votes the same way. Leisha votes the same way. Jeff says, hey, life was tough on the frontier.
He's not wrong.
He's not wrong, yeah. Jack says he votes chips. I know you are, but what am I for Angie? I know you are, but what am I for Lorraine? Same thing for Shar. Oh, it's nice to see. Yay, that's cool.
One more for chips, though.
I know you are, but what am I?
Yeah, Lori just votes for chips.
Dang.
I got to add Torso Man to Brian's fan group. No, you don't have to add that to Brian's fan group. Chips, I know you are. I know you are. I think I know you are, but what am I? Ran away with this. So, Michelle, you pick up the point. I know you are, but what am I? Which means, guess what, Sarah?
It means that we have a winner.
It means we have a tie.
A tie?
A tie.
Yeah.
For like the 5th week in a row, we have a tie.
Oh,
This is actually fitting though because we are in the participation trophy era of childhood. So
That's true. It's fine.
all of us winning is the way to end this.
I want to
Learned a
share
good
something
lesson here.
I want to share something with you guys really fast too before we get out of here. So every live I'm trying to do new stuff and like try things out and everything. And so I set up all these like hot buttons so I could go between one person and another like really smooth. But I didn't remember that I had them until midway through the show. So it was supposed to be really cool. Like Brian talks, and then I go to Sarah, and then Andrew, and then I can go to Michelle, and then all four of us again, and then back to me, and then over to Michelle, and then Sarah and Andrew, and all four of us. It didn't happen. It didn't happen. But next time it'll look hella cool.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
Keep getting better from here. Just up. Just goes up from here.
All the way up.
Colin says he thinks he's a heckler now for calling me Torso Man. So no, that's fine.
You really did take over the show.
Yeah.
Here's your fedora, Colin.
Drew, Michelle, thank you so much for being on the show. That was really fun. Nicely done.
This was so fun. Thanks for having us.
And Sarah, I'm sorry, Drew, go ahead.
Shout out Barack.
Thank you, Barack. Miss you, buddy.
He's been on your shoulder the whole time.
But he was watching. Yeah.
He's rooting you on. He's like, go, Drew. Sarah, you're the best co-host ever. Thank you for doing the show.
Hey, you're the best.
I was waiting for somebody to use your green screen and then send us a picture of you in front of something.
I don't know how to do any of that stuff. So
next time.
Maybe someone else will.
Yeah,
next time.
All right, well, thank you guys for doing the show. Thank you everyone for watching. That was really cool. We had a lot of good comments today.
Yeah, we did.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, thanks for having me on. This is my first time speaking to anybody in the last 10 weeks, so it feels good.
Oh, now I feel terrible.
I work at Trader Joe's. I do it every day.
Oh, okay, you're fine. Yeah, you've been talking. All right, well, I love everybody. Have a good night. We'll see you next time.